That's right. And then, okay, so here we go. We're going live. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the music again. And we're going to pretend we're going to reset it. We're going to pretend this is the first time we're doing this. Hey, look at that. It's episode 49.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, I'm 49 this year.
I'm already there, man. I'm already there.
Okay. It's quite shit having a midlife crisis.
When is
how was
midlife
your week?
exactly?
That's rough. I'm not even 40 yet. I'm the youngest, yeah.
Well, the older you get, the more wisdom you gather.
Exactly.
At some point, I'll be wise enough to figure out how to use Skype.
Or me, how to use
I'm pretty
YouTube
sure that by
live
that stage,
streaming.
Skype is going to be discontinued.
Yeah, it'll be
it would be
automated to help the people like me.
Well, I thought it would be discontinued already. I mean, I thought Teams was supposed to be replacing it, but
what comes after Teams? Is it going to be like Microsoft Mesh?
No, man, it must be Microsoft Teams, man.
Microsoft Teams.
Yeah, that's the replacement, isn't it?
But like after Teams, what comes after Teams?
I don't know. Teams 2.
Family.
Family. There's no I in team. There's no I in team. Yeah,
Yes,
there is. Depends on how you have the A, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen
And
it?
what if it's iTeams?
iTeams. No, then it would be owned by Apple. That's when Microsoft gets bought out by Apple.
By Apple.
Talking of Microsoft, sorry, Bill, for hear your bad news.
Maybe
What's happened?
Maybe it's
What's
not
happened?
bad news.
Well, I mean, he's getting divorced
Is he?
Well,
after 27 years.
But hang on, his foundation is in the name of both him and his wife. Does that mean that foundation now disappears?
Well,
no, they're still going to carry on with the foundation. They've announced that they're still going to cooperate on the matters of philanthropy and running the foundation. So that's still steaming ahead.
that's good.
Okay.
Good luck to them. Like I said, my condolences.
But like, just your take, is it really that bad? I mean, if it wasn't going anywhere, and
Well, definitely not for her. Bombshell, drop mic.
Money. She's
Well, exactly. Well,
it's
I
just not
mean,
going to make any difference, right? But does
Yeah,
this take
exactly.
Bill Gates off the world's top rich list?
yeah, for sure.
yeah, that's
Well,
actually
he's
a good
achieved
point.
what he
yeah.
wanted to, I'm sure.
Yeah, sure. Anyway, how was everyone's week?
Well, there was a short week. I think you guys also had a holiday, didn't you?
No.
No, when's
It
yours?
was the previous. It was the previous
previous
week.
week.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
but I mean,
you're
I did have a
this
short week because
next week.
I took Monday off.
I reckon somebody's week is going to be sitting roughly on about 8.
I don't know, Lester. You sitting on an 8?
I'm not sitting on an 8. Hang on, process of elimination. Oleg, did you have an 8?
No,
Oh.
but I'm
Well,
saying
that ain't me.
somebody.
Well, it ain't me.
Oh.
Oh,
It didn't work out as you expected.
Oh,
well, I suppose the first thing I can say is it took me 7 hours to drive 450 k's last Friday.
Why?
So after Nelspruit, between Nelspruit and Malalon, they've got roadworks on. And I left at 2:30 in the afternoon. I got to the Ingwenya Lodge at just before 10 at night.
Ish.
It took me 2 hours to drive 20 kilometers.
that's hectic. That is hectic.
But that was last week, so maybe it doesn't count, right?
No, it does count.
Well, not last
Since
Friday,
the last
Friday.
episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since
Okay,
the
so
last
what are you
episode.
sitting on? Cut the story short. Like, are
Yeah,
you
I'm
sitting on
sitting on
an
a
8 or
7.
not?
No, 7's fine. 7's fine. Because
7 is
obviously I still
fine.
had to navigate this week work-wise.
Squeeze
yeah.
5 days into four.
And I've got an interesting story to tell you as well.
Okay,
That
we're listening.
actually
We're very intrigued.
The
Happened
fight
this-
between you and the lion, and you won.
No.
Ah.
No, it actually happened today, this morning. It wasn't even on the radar for the episode, but guess what? It's going to make
yeah.
it in.
I'm listening.
I'll tell you guys later.
You won a lotto.
No, fuck, I wish. It would help if I bought a damn ticket. Like, you can't win the lotto if you don't buy a ticket.
I'm on the edge of my seat here. I'm not sure I can.
Yeah. Like, I don't think I can do this either.
Why not? Why can't you do this?
Listening.
Are you in the toilet again?
No, he's trying to get closer to the screen.
I don't know why. He's got his headphones on.
So
Anyway, yeah. Okay, so I was almost scammed this morning.
No way.
But okay, I wasn't really that close to being scammed, but it
Did
was
you
a
know
scam.
that Did you know you were about to get scammed?
Well, I was suspicious because it was like, like what they say, when it's too good to be true, it's
Yeah.
it probably
So
is.
did you win the lotto?
No.
Did your Nigerian uncle die?
No. So
What happened?
well, okay, so you know that I'm like tentatively in the market for a Land Cruiser, right? So I saw this Land Cruiser come up on the on Facebook Marketplace,
Yeah.
and it's like a really good price, like stupidly good price. So I messaged the person. I say, "Hey, listen, is this the right price?" And they said, "Yeah, it's definitely the right price. Here's my number. Call me if you want more details about the car." So I said,
Yeah.
"Okay." So I phone and I say, "Hey, listen, okay, it's me, whatever. Are you sure this is right?" She said, No, it is. That's what we're asking for the vehicle. And like I get a suspicion. Well, I get like a feeling that it could be a repossessed car. And so she said, no, but it's a dealership. So I thought, oh, okay. So I said, like where you based? No, we're in Heidelberg. And I said, okay, well, I'll come have a look at the vehicle then. She's like, okay, no, that's cool. And I said, well, can you send me your address? And she's, yeah, sure, no problem. Sends me the address. Right. So as I'm driving out, I'm basically halfway there, right? Because it's an hour to get there. So I'm like halfway there, and I thought, let me just let them know that I'm on my way. So on Facebook Marketplace, on the message conversation, I put there, I say, hey, listen, I'm on my way. And it says, no, I can't send the message. So that's weird. So I go back and I see, the ad's been taken down. So, fuck, this is weird. Anyway, so like I think, oh well.
Someone didn't buy just the car; they bought the whole dealership.
Yeah, well, so I thought, well, maybe what they've done is they've realized that it was the wrong price. So they've taken, maybe they got too much. All of a sudden, they got all this interest in this reasonably priced car, and maybe they've taken it down because maybe they got the price wrong. So I said, okay, well, that's fair enough. But look, I mean, I'm halfway there.
You might as well check it out.
I might as well go check it out. I mean, what have I got to lose?
Yeah.
Anyway, so she had given me the name of the place and the address.
Yeah.
So when I get there, and then the name of the car dealership thing is not the same as the one she gave me. So I thought, well, maybe, you know the whole thing. Trading under this name or whatever. It's fine. So I get out, I walk inside there, I say, hey, listen, what's the address of this place? And he says, so he tells me the street name. I think it's Skuman Street. So I said, well, what number? Is it 20? He says 26. He says, yeah, it's a scam, dude. He says to me straight away, it's just a scam. So I said, well, what do you mean? He says, no, for at least for the last 5 years, people are pitching up at his dealership saying that, someone said that there's a car for sale and whatever. So I don't know what the deal is. Because how do they make money out of this? Because they didn't ask me for any money or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know what the deal is. I mean.
Yeah. So what's the point of the scam?
Well,
just waste your time.
Exactly. So he said to me, he's had people that have pitched up there that have been scammed and lost something like 400,000 rand. Because what they do, he says apparently what the guys do is they say, hey, listen, because previously he said what the story was is they would say that it was an auction, right? But if you wanted to secure, in other words, if you wanted to take the vehicle before it went into auction, there's a reserve price. And they say, okay, you need to pay a deposit for, a percentage of the reserve price. and then you must come in and pay for the vehicle within a certain amount of time, but you need to put the deposit down to secure the vehicle, and then it's a scam. In other words, the guy puts the money down, and then when he gets to the place doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But I mean, they didn't try that with me. But I mean, it's like, besides the fact that it wasted 2 hours of my time.
But I'm pretty sure you're not the only guy that rocked up that day. And maybe some people actually fell for it and gave some money in terms of holding reserve.
Maybe.
It's like maybe you were like guy number 10. And they like just spread the net and then work. They most likely knew about the conversation that you were not going to give the money up front. You were going to go check out the vehicle, etc., etc. But like, have you, like, when you saw the ad, did you do like a reverse image search on the image they've put up?
No. Well, I suppose, and I mean, this is the point. So I suppose the point of the story is to say, hey, listen, it is quite easy to get scammed, but it's afterwards that you then realize that, oh, okay, if I look at carefully, these are the things that I notice that don't add up. But I suppose when you're presented with something that's a good price, like you want to get in as quickly as possible. I think, and I think they bank on this, is that you gloss over some of the irregularities, or you don't give it as much scrutiny,
thought and attention.
Yes, scrutiny as you should. Because when I thought about it afterwards, okay, I mean, I responded to the ad 15 minutes after it had posted, right?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that I was pretty early to the party.
You're most likely number 49 or something.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So anyway, but when I think about it, then I think, okay, if I look at the ad, because I took a screenshot of it, it was posted in Kroonstad, but they said the dealership was in
Heidelberg.
In Heidelberg. When I searched the name of the place that she told me now, it's in Krugersdorp, right? Plus the thing is that there was a screenshot in there that was like another ad of a similar vehicle that had been repossessed and was for sale. So it was like F&B repossession cars, Land Cruiser, whatever. That's the price. So like you assume that, like, your thought process is, well, okay, so what's happened is this dealership has picked up this vehicle on an auction and they're reselling it now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But when you go back to the picture of the auction, the details don't add up. The Facebook ad said it was 2015, but the repossession was 2016. The Facebook ad says it had 135,000 kilometers on it. The repossession said 150. So like, it's those small things that afterwards you can have a look at and realize that that there's a problem. But look, I mean, I would never part with money for anything, even if it's like, no, if you want, you need to put a deposit down to secure it. I'm
like $500.
No, not even, dude. I don't part with money unless it's a reputable. Like, I mean, surely I'll pay Take a Lot up front for their stuff, because I know Take a Lot's a big business and whatever. But I will never, like a guy on Gumtree selling some item and he says, put down, this thing is on back order, put down, 1,000 Rand. I've seen this. Guys selling graphics cards.
Mm-hmm.
Difficult to get them at the moment. So what they do is they advertise on Gumtree and they say, okay, they've got on order. It's arriving on May the 10th. If you want to secure one, you need to put 2,000 Rand down.
And scam.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I will never do that because I don't know that guy from a bar or so. Right? If I decide, I don't want to take it anymore, I'm never going to get my money back. So I will never part with money unless I know who I'm parting the money with. Anyway, so I mean, that's my story this morning. Is that
that was close.
You know me. Can you give me some money?
Give me your bank details, dude. Your PayPal. Give me your crypto
Nigerian
wallet
prince that
address.
died, that had loads of money that he was trying to give away for many years.
For the last 20 years.
No one wants to take it.
Nobody wants to take it.
Yeah. No, well, this is the thing. But I mean, yeah. Anyway, so that's my story.
Yeah, you
That's
were
my
you
story.
were lucky, man. You were like, can you imagine if it was slightly more sophisticated and slightly more believable, and like you actually had to put down some money, then you
Well,
rock up.
let's be fair. He has been conned because he's just wasted money on petrol.
Yeah, no, that's true. But I mean, they didn't profit from that.
No,
They might
Do you
be
think?
having a good chuckle, but that's the most they got out of it.
No. I think the point of that specific scam was to get money out of someone, right? So maybe you're not the only one that actually called in,
Fair enough.
and maybe they worked some
Yeah.
people a little bit more aggressively than they
Yeah.
worked you.
One
Maybe
in
they managed
60,
to like,
1 in 60 they will actually get money from.
because they work on speed, right? Because they're going to put up the ad for 15, 20 minutes, then take it down, right? And then basically try again with another ad, maybe another set of contact details, but it's basically the same people that are trying to scam.
Yeah,
Dude,
absolutely.
that was a close one.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah.
With that note, I
Anyway.
think your week should be like an 8 or 9.
You got to
is
see
there-
Heidelberg.
You
I
got to
mean,
see Heidelberg. I mean, come
Well,
on.
everybody's done that this week.
Well, look, I have to
Not
admit,
everybody done this year.
Yeah, that's true. And I did take a moment in Heidelberg to stop at a coffee shop and go have coffee. And so I did see Heidelberg. I mean, it's got some really beautiful old buildings, architecture, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did,
All's
you
well
know,
that
take a
ends well.
moment. Yeah, I did take a moment and say, well,
Just
if
reflect.
I'm here in Heidelberg. I've never been here before. Let me have a look around. Okay.
And then you realized why you haven't been there before.
Yeah, I suppose. But you know, the thought that crossed my mind as I was leaving that place, I was thinking, like, I mean, you've been to Kimberley, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you look at some of the houses in Kimberley, and you go, "Wow, man, that's such an awesome place." You know, it's this old style, double story, covered veranda on both levels. It's
Yeah.
like a real sort of colonial kind of house. And I mean, I suppose you could pick that up for a lot more, for a lot less than you would a similar place here in Johannesburg, as an example, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So now you go into a place like Heidelberg. I mean, it's not that far away from Johannesburg. I mean, it's an hour, 45 minutes, whatever. And I'm sure that you would be able to pick up a nice piece of property with a beautiful house on it for maybe 50%, maybe 60%, 70% of what you would pay for the same place in Joburg.
Yeah, you're
And
not
then you
too far
think-
away from the truth.
Yeah, and then the thing is
Yeah.
that you think now with the current working circumstances, working from home, you
Yeah.
can go and live in this quiet little town, beautiful house, not costing you an arm and a leg, working from home. What a pleasure! So I'm wondering.
This week's lucrative sponsor of Weekend Craic is brought to you by
Bye.
Heidelberg Terrorist Board.
Terrorist board or tourist board?
Tourist Board.
Oh, well, anyway, you know, this is what I'm thinking. I mean, do you? Because I mean, like, what makes the economy tick over in Heidelberg? Honestly, what's done in
Honestly, I
Heidelberg?
have no idea. Like it used to be like an industrial town, little town. I think there's a railway that used to go through Heidelberg. I'm not sure if that railway still actually exists.
Yeah.
I
If
know
you
they
took the
used.
diamond mining out of Kimberley, how long would Kimberley survive?
Well, look, I mean, that's pretty much the current situation in Kimberley at the moment. Is that
Yeah.
the big boys have started pulling out.
I think the big boys pulled out long time ago.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to be diplomatic.
Yeah.
No, but this is not uncommon, right? For many towns and villages, as when the primary source of their origins die out, they have to reinvent themselves and other industries emerge or whatever it is. So it might be a COVID situation where everyone moves away from the city and Heidelberg is an ideal place.
Yeah.
No.
And that
I think
causes regeneration. We'll see.
I think most people are aiming for like the coast or the garden route,
Yeah.
rather than like Heidelberg.
I mean, I would.
I
Sorry,
mean,
Heidelberg.
yeah, sorry, Heidelberg, but like, if I have to move somewhere, definitely gonna be like one of the small, like towns in the vicinity of Cape Town, like Simonstown or Fishhook, you know, or like some along the garden route, like Neisner or George, or somewhere that side. Like if I
Absolutely.
want to go exotic and take a bit of a chance, maybe even Mozambique with some Starlink from Elon Musk.
Yeah. Yeah, like so what's the deal with Starlink? I heard that Microsoft has got the license to on-sell Starlink in South
Yep.
Africa.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know if that's true or if that's
I also
just
heard that,
I heard a rumor.
but yeah.
But I wonder what's happening with the whole license issue. That's the
BE compliance.
yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
I know
So-
it's already being rolled out in the North America, so Canada is already and US, and most likely some people in UK are already beta testing. So Lester, if your internet connection doesn't improve, right, you can always consider Starlink.
yeah, well, we
I
haven't
have
had a problem.
concerns about cloud cover and how that affects bandwidth.
Okay.
We have a good source of cloud over us.
Yeah, you guys are most likely have the best cloud coverage in Europe, maybe even in the world.
Cloud over us.
Yeah. You can actually hear it now.
So, yeah, so, I mean, the cloud cover, well, storms actually affect DSTV. So I wonder how it affects like Starlink and that kind of stuff.
What is DSTV?
I have no idea. It's apparently it used to be the satellite service they used to have in South Africa, but I think they went bankrupt.
Okay, was
Or
that
at least
like
they should be going bankrupt shortly.
is that one of the things from the 20th century?
Yeah, pre-COVID. Eh?
Pre-COVID.
Yeah, pre-COVID. Died in COVID.
Pre-Netflix, pre-Amazon, pre Hulu, right?
Pre-VPNs.
Yeah.
VPNs. But I mean, talking about DSTV, when I was up in Gwenya Lodge, in the evening we slap on the TV there. They've got DSTV. Dude, I was just reminded again why it's a waste of money, because there was nothing on there to watch. And most of the stuff there I've seen before. If it's series or whatever, it's repeats. I've seen it before. Nothing new. Movies are shit. The only decent thing that was on there was sport. Yeah.
So multi-choice as an organization is still going, isn't it?
Multi-choice as an organization. Yes.
I remember, where was I? Kenya. And it's DSTV Africa or Multi-Choice Africa. And yeah, all the sports channels were that.
Yeah.
Nothing else. It was purely for sport.
Yeah.
And there was multiple channels. So I think they need to reinvent themselves in competition with Netflix, but that's a whole different episode, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, actually, I don't even want to waste my time. I've wasted enough time today on shit, so I don't really want to waste any more time.
Well,
look,
Netflix
if you want to take
changing.
a drive somewhere, I heard Germiston has some awesome scenery.
Germiston. See, I could have stopped off at Suikerbos Rand on my way back, And if I didn't have other things to do, I could have just enjoyed the scenery down there, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
Take a bit of a stroll there in the reserve.
Yeah, you could have.
Yeah, I could have. Anyway,
So how was your weekend in the bush?
That was good. No, it was good.
Craic.
It was good. We saw some we saw some animals, we saw elephant and giraffe and zebra and wildebeest and buffalo and
no foreign tourists.
Oh no, there were lots.
Really?
Surprisingly enough, there were lots of tourists.
Wow.
Foreign tourists, yeah. Okay, when I say lots, I mean, first of all, remember we were staying outside the park, so we were only going into the park every day. So we went into the park twice. But we did stop at Skukuza and at Lower Sabi at those two camps for refreshments and a comfort break. And there we met some foreigners. And there were lots of People driving with diplomatic number plates.
That's all the rage.
Is that all the rage? Driving
So,
with.
so what country do you think they were from? These tourists?
So the one set of people who we spoke to, I reckon they were from Italy. They were Italian. Whether they were, they were Italians. I don't know where they came from originally. Maybe they were, but they looked like they were in a hired car. They looked like they were in a hired car.
Sure.
Like I said, there were quite a few diplomatic number plates that were in there. Yeah. Lots of vehicles that looked like hired cars.
Okay.
But Skukuza was pretty busy, right, when you went there. So there was like people around, sitting around restaurant. It wasn't like a ghost town.
No. Yeah, no, there were people there. Parking lot was full.
Yeah, I mean, there's a large frequency of flights to Skukuza from other parts of South Africa.
Yeah.
So the hire a car place at the airport must be doing a killing.
Yeah, I was thinking, just imagine.
But wouldn't you fly to Nelspruit and then just like drive down, or does Kruger have dedicated strip for regional flights?
Yeah, you can fly. There's a airstrip there.
Yeah, you can fly
on
SA Airlink from
Cool.
Joburg. I don't know about Durban, but Cape Town. Yeah.
Well, maybe there was pre-COVID. I don't know about now.
Yeah,
but
fair enough.
no, but they've definitely got an airstrip there at Skukuza.
I want to go and play golf at that golf course in Skukuza.
Yeah, the golf course is amazing.
Okay.
Yes, it's like.
I just, play the ball where it lands. Forget the wildlife. Just hit the ball.
Yeah.
Watch out for the hippos, dude. Jeez, dude, I saw lots of crocodiles there. Lots and lots of crocodiles.
No, because during the first lockdown, or during lockdown there, the game, obviously the Kruger Park shut to everybody. And the game rangers were taking pictures of all the animals. It just basically taken over. So the lions were lounging around on the 18th green at Skukuza. They're taking over the roads, which are normally busy with traffic. They're like, the animals took back the bush, man.
So what's
talking about ghost town? I went into London.
Oh, and
on a train last week Friday for the first time since March last year.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was an eye opener.
Really?
It was freaky because, first of all, the train station I go into is like one of the busiest, and it's normally thousands of people that you have to wade through. Hardly anybody there because nobody's commuting. So that was eerie. Most of the shops, except for Starbucks, were shut and looked like they've been shut for a while. It's like nobody there. Shut.
Like is that in the center of London?
Yeah, pretty much. London has, I don't know, 6 or 7 key stations that are quite large that service all corners coming in. So then I go outside, and normally this is a tourist area because the tallest building in Europe is right there. The Tower of London's there. The bridges. There's a lot of touristy stuff. And walking across London Bridge into the city, which is normally tens of thousands of commuters and tourists stopping for photos because it's a photogenic spot. Nobody. You could see tumbleweed if it existed there.
That is scary, man. That is.
It reminded me of that movie 28 Days Later. This guy walks across the same bridge, but there's nobody there.
Yeah.
And then I was looking through because a lot of the office buildings are glass fronts.
Yeah.
A lot of the offices have got chairs on tables, packing boxes. It looked like they're shutting down. And then I walked down to my office, which is okay, but a lot of the food outlets, because this is very much a business area.
Yeah.
Nobody really lives there, but because there's nobody commuting in there, all these food outlet places are shut.
Really?
So everything was shut. The only thing that really had people were the bars, were the pubs, who have suddenly magically, because no one's on the pavements anymore, suddenly they've got tables and chairs outside all these pubs, and they're all rammed.
Yeah,
because that's what they can do. We're not allowed to go into pubs, but you can have a drink outside as long as you're sitting down. So yes, people improvise, but it was eerie. It's weird.
Did it make you feel uncomfortable?
I wanted to leave as soon as I got there. Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
scary.
it's not. Where's the tourists? Where's the bloody tourists gone? Where's anybody gone?
Yeah.
I
Guys,
felt reassured when all the pubs were overflowing. That was good.
Cool. Guys, just excuse me for a second. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back now.
Okay. I hope it's not an emergency.
So how was your week, Oleg?
I would put it at a solid 6.
Solid 6. No.
Solid
halves.
6, yeah. My week just became routine. I did manage to make some progress in terms of like, work and like some personal projects, but it felt very like forced. It wasn't flowing. It took some dedication to actually get through the week in terms of like I had to plan it and had to stick to the plan, had to force it. It didn't just happen.
Why are you in a new office?
No, I'm actually, this is my old office. So this is the same office, it's just a different angle to it.
Okay.
Yeah, I've basically had some errands to run today, and when I came back, I just decided, okay, let me use my laptop because everything's already set up. So I just switched my laptop on and basically went with it. And today is like a very busy day for me because it's like I have a lot of people working around the house. So my office is generally the quiet spot where I can just close the door and just get away from the noises of the Hoover and the leaf blowers.
Well, we can't hear anything, so I don't believe you. Doors are open. Can't hear any noises. The guy with the leaf blower doesn't exist anymore.
No, he's
and I don't recognize his room. So whose house are you at exactly? Yeah. Well, it's solid 6.
He clearly doesn't
Solid
know
6.
either.
Yeah. I just woke up and found myself. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
I mean, it's a new headset.
But it's a nice
different
mic.
mic.
It's a new episode of The Hangover, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Has he found the tattoo yet?
No.
Or his tooth. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to show you something. I'm sure Oleg has seen this. I don't know if Lester's seen this. This has been making the rounds around the world. I've seen some YouTube videos that have showcased this. I'm gonna change something on my sound desk here so that you guys can hear the sound. But if you do talk, you're gonna hear an echo. So don't talk.
Okay.
Let's hope this works. Oh. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Oh wait, let me make it bigger. Where's the
Can't hear any sound out of that.
I don't think it's I'll sort that out now. What is going on here?
Technical challenges.
Yeah, I know, man. There's always something here. But it makes life fun.
Echo.
This is not going to work. Screw it.
Second time he's put me on the edge of my seat.
Echo.
Yeah, now we got an echo as well.
Okay, so am I taking your echo out for you?
Yes.
Okay, wait, let me try this one more time. Because it's not allowing me to...
I did see that video. I don't know if Lester saw it.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. This is why I want to show it.
Words.
Okay, just give me one more try. Yeah, let's see here. I'm gonna delete this and I'm gonna add it again. Let's say remove. Yes, I want to remove that. I want to add it again. No, I want to add a media source and I'm going to say, okay, cool. And then I want to select this video. And then, it's not allowing me to make it any bigger. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. What you laughing at? You're more than welcome to come and help me.
Can't help you from here, man. My arms aren't that long.
Yeah.
Let me try something.
Dude, I like how you're narrating it as you're going along, man.
Well,
yeah,
it's
it's like
it's just so that people don't think that I'm screwing around. Like, what's happening,
Just
dude?
a
I tell you
circle
what. I tell you what. So anyway, let's talk about something else. I'll try and sort this video out, and then we'll get there. So yeah, I see that my octopus teacher won an Oscar.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. I mean,
Yeah.
sure, make the shortlist, but I didn't expect to win. But
I
yeah,
mean, I see.
has it actually won other film critic kind of awards or film festival awards?
I don't know. I don't know
No.
what the story is, because I mean, there are people asking questions about how was it that this film actually took it when there were much better, in their opinion, much better documentaries out there.
Yeah.
I think the reason why my octopus teacher was so good is because it had the really good like viewing audience, so you could watch it with your kids,
Yeah.
and there's content there for your kids in terms of like nature and beautiful scenery. I also think it was really well edited, so all the cuts, all the scenes, the narration was really well done. It was really awesome, and it targeted a very broad audience. So it wasn't like a very suited for very specific audience. You could watch it with your kids. You can watch it with like your kids and your parents, and like everyone would take something away from it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, do you think that the fact that it was shown on Netflix, Netflix as a platform, I mean, what do you think
I think it's interesting that they've won an Oscar, because normally the Oscars have poo-pooed Netflix as a
Yes.
film production entity.
Yes.
They've
Yeah.
normally gone with the traditional movie houses. So I think that's quite interesting that this is maybe where they start to change their tune a bit.
Yeah. But I've seen with the Golden Globes that they've that a lot of Netflix stories are now being included in the Golden Globes.
Mhm.
Or was it the Emmys? Sorry, Emmys.
Emmys.
Yeah, the Emmys.
Emmys,
Sorry,
I
the
think.
Emmys, not the Golden Globes. The
Yeah.
Emmys, which I found quite interesting, and I think I was watching it last year when I noticed that a lot of the series that were getting awards were on some streaming service, whether it be Amazon Prime or Netflix. Yeah.
So if it was not made and distributed by Netflix, considering the era that it was launched, would it have had its popularity, viewership, and therefore would it have won an award?
Well, this
Probably
is
not.
what I'm asking. I mean, when you look at South African made, geez, Oleg, what are you doing?
I'm just trying to fix my mic.
Yeah, it's like a Meccano set.
Maybe you should narrate while you're doing it so we know what you're doing.
Yeah. Put the square peg in the round hole.
No, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna do the conservation thing. Might sound wrong. So I'm screwing you deeper,
You're screwing it in deeper.
He's going deeper.
He's going deeper.
Are you screwing that anti-clockwise?
Yeah, I'm
Clockwise.
actually doing the anti-clockwise.
Ah!
The pressure on it.
Oh, too deep. Oh.
Yeah. So anyway, we were talking about. No, I was just wondering. I mean, is Netflix as a platform?
I think it's done.
What your mic is done.
Everything's done.
The
Everything's
episode
done.
is done. Go on.
Yeah, Netflix is a platform.
No, I was just wondering. Is it a? I mean, is this an opportunity for South African filmmakers to have a platform to launch and distribute their film and their movie?
I think it's not just good for South Africa. I think it's good like for the whole world, because everyone sort of like having access to the platform to target very broad audience. So you need to like rethink like how you make the movies and and TV shows, and how to make them appeal to like a very broad audience. I mean, I've just realized that like I think this year I watched actually quite a few Spanish movies and TV shows. It's like I don't remember any time before Netflix took off like really big that I would watch a lot of international productions.
No,
Ever.
but is that because you didn't have access to it?
Wasn't just it was the access, it was the dubbing, right? Because you are unlikely to watch a lot of subtitles movies because like you really need to focus and read all the time. With Netflix, a lot of the Spanish productions are subbed, and they're pretty well subbed. So you can actually watch it like you're watching a traditional Hollywood style TV show or movie. And there's a lot of like international stuff, and I think there's a Brazilian TV show called Three that took off in a big way. There's obviously La Casa de Papel, which is the money heist. There's some Turkish TV shows that are also pretty good. There's some French and Belgian stuff. There's some German
Scandinavian
TV shows. Scandinavian
crime stuff is great. Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently, my daughter says that there's quite a lot of good Korean stuff as well.
K-pop stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of good Korean TV shows and movies.
Mm.
I mean, the scariest horror that I watched this year is definitely Korean. It's like
Was it based in North Korea?
No. It was obviously South Korean production, but it was like, you hope it like the story was pretty dark and it was bad from the beginning, and you hope that in the end things would somewhat work out, and then it does not end on a happy ending at all. And I was like, how could they end like this? This is like
a proper ending.
Yeah. So while you were screwing around with your mic, you've screwed it up.
Did I?
Well, yeah, I don't know. Every now and again, it sounds like you're in the toilet.
You just check.
We digress again.
So does this help South African industry? The fact that this has got an Oscar and a focus on South African production, does it help or hinder it?
I don't know.
I think it helps.
I was just asking the question. I mean, look, what's the advantages of something like this happening? I mean, is this showing that Netflix is a good place to plant your stuff? Has the ability to, like Oleg says, reach a greater audience that you might not have been able to get to? I don't know. I think the world is changing in terms of how you distribute these kind of movies. And I mean, I think COVID, take everything together, Netflix, and then take COVID. The thing is like, when is my James Bond movie coming? When's Top Gun coming?
Never.
It's Disney have started this thing where they will premiere their movie on Disney TV, right? But you pay a premium to see it. Okay, so they must be doing it. They must be making their money. I don't know if they're making as much money as they would normally if they pumped it into the cinemas. But they've released some movies, and they do it on their Apple TV. And if you want it, you got to pay for it, right? And it's more expensive than going to the movies. But clearly, people are paying.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Through necessity.
Well, yeah, exactly. And this is the thing. I'm not like chomping at the bit to go to the cinema, but I am chomping at the bit to watch the movie. So if you say to me, listen, you could actually watch the new James Bond, but it's going to cost you more than it would if you went to the cinema. At this point, I'd pay it.
Yeah, but I think that there was a debate on my local radio here a few weeks ago when they were talking about this, that, invariably a lot of the stuff is now being, like Star Wars stuff is going to come through Disney, and a few others are going through different channels. And it's like, you've got to subscribe. You'll get first month free, but you'd have to sign up, and it'd be a minimum 3-6 months, whatever it is after that. Yeah. And it's all 12 months. And the rate, if you add it all up, you're probably paying 3 times the price if you just watch that one thing. And then you have to remember to go and cancel it.
I think in terms of like a model, right, for movies, I don't think like subscription-based a platform like Netflix would work unless that movie is part of that platform, right, or is distributed through that platform. I think like a Google movie store type model would work better. Where like if you want to watch a movie, you buy that specific movie, you watch it.
Mm.
Yeah,
Like
fair enough.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't get a Disney subscription for like 2 or 3 films,
Yeah.
right? I would never get it. Like forget about it. Like why?
But this is it. When they advertise, they draw you in by saying you can watch the movie you want to watch on our channel if you subscribe. And you know what? We'll give you the first month free. But not just that. You watch this, but because you watch this, you will like this and this and this and this. And by the time you've watched all that stuff, it's paid for itself a long time ago. So don't worry about it.
Mm.
It's a different frame of mind.
Yeah. And also the thing is that, I mean, go back 5 years ago and then you were only talking about Netflix. Now you're talking about everything. You're talking about HBO's got their own app. You're talking about Hulu. You're talking about Disney
Amazon
Plus,
Prime.
Amazon Prime, Apple TV. And like if you want to watch these shows, you've got to like subscribe to all of them.
Apple TV
Kind of
actually got some really good productions.
Yeah.
Like some
Thing
really
is,
high
you've
quality
only got
stuff.
one pair of eyes. You're only going to watch one at any one time. You got to pick.
Yeah.
You can't have them all. And
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah,
thing
I
I don't
would
like. I want one that's going to show most of what I want to watch. I'll pay for 2 subscriptions. I do today, but I don't want to pay for 10 or 5 just to have on demand what I want to watch when I want to watch it.
But you see what happens is they're smart. So like for instance, like a show that's been say produced and distributed by CBS as an example. Okay?
Yeah.
You can sign up for their CBS subscription service, which is actually now called Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
And but you can watch it as it comes out, or you can wait a year and watch it on Netflix or Hulu. Right. So it's that thing again of like, if you want it, you can have it, but you pay for it, or you can be patient for a year and watch it on another service. Because they only on-sell it to the Netflixes or the Hulus of the world when after they've like after a certain time, after a cycle where they've got their money from it, then they on-sell it to someone else. But I mean,
I personally don't think that subscription model option like will work for movies, right? I think it's like it works well for like channels like Netflix, right? It covers a very broad-based content. It's like you can always find something that you'd be interested in, right? It's like I'm not gonna get a subscription for sure. I can guarantee 100% to watch like 5 or 6 movies a year.
But fair enough. But like you said, it's not going to work for movies. But it does work for movies that are produced by Netflix that they are producing on, right? So what's to say that, and it's working for series as well, because a lot of the series are being produced by Netflix.
But it's like a really broad-based content, right? So it's not
I understand that. But what I'm saying is
like,
that the model is changing. So like the big guys, like the big movie distributors are actually losing out now, in my opinion, are losing out because they're holding back because they want to release it in the cinemas. Whereas other people are like the Disneys of the world are pivoting and saying, well, that's fine. Okay, we're not worried about putting it into the cinema. We'll put it on our platform service. So where does that leave the big movie companies that don't have a subscription service at the moment? Do they then partner with someone like Netflix or Disney or whoever?
They need to partner.
Or do they die?
Innovate.
Or do they disappear? And the Disneys and the Netflixes of the world are the ones that produce these big movies.
I think they're either going to innovate or die, because it's like there's not going to be a big uptake for movie houses until the COVID pandemic, until we get through COVID pandemic completely, right? By that stage, you're looking 2 years down the line. Are you going to hold Top Gun that was made in like 2020 until 2022?
My point exactly.
Like,
and
really?
And the question is, even when the COVID thing gets better, how much better is it going to be than it is now? I mean, are we now in this new normal now that the social distancing and that kind of stuff is just going to become the norm. So when you
Yeah,
go
I
to a
think so.
cinema, theoretically, you can only fill half of it anyway.
Ticket prices will go up.
Well,
Ticket
exactly.
prices will go up. It's going to become more exclusive for sure. It's
Sorry, I
going to
was
be
just
like
thinking, by the time
movie
Top
house
Gun comes
experience.
out, it's going to be a period drama.
For sure.
Yeah, they thought they were using the latest cell phones, but no, actually, that's quite old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be dated. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, and then I mean, talking about that, I see that there's the Drive to Survive. They say that the viewership of F1 the races has increased as a result of season 3 of Drive to Survive. But now there's this big conversation between the diehard F1 supporters and so on with the new ones that are like the new recruits, and there's this like them and us kind of building up. I don't know if you've seen it.
Dear.
I think the only way that F1 is going to grow its audience base is in digital format, right? And like putting more effort into like a digital events, and digital broadcasting.
Well, they do that
because-
already. They do that
yeah,
already.
but they need to put more effort into it in terms of trying to reach, like a bigger audience in Asia, trying to reach a bigger audience in, South America and Africa. That's how they're going to grow the sport.
Yeah, but this is what they're saying is that they've by having a series on Netflix, it's increased the amount of people that are watching F1 around the world.
Yeah.
But what's happening is that you've got these new people, these people that have never watched Formula One before, that are coming into the thing, and I mean, like they're commenting on social media, or they've got their view on what's happening in Formula One. Whereas there's this long history in Formula One where the diehard Formula One fans that have been watching for the last 20 years are now there's this like war of words that's happening on social media between the
but
newbies.
what gives them the right? I get that.
Oh, exactly.
But what gives them the right to do that?
Exactly.
People like sports for different reasons. All right.
Yeah.
Take rugby. The girls like it because they get to see the guys in the scrum with their tight shorts. I'm imagining. And the guys would like, well, look at the sport for the tactics and the aggression, the controlled aggression, and it's something for everyone. Like some people might love or hate a sport, and they do it for different reasons. I'm just looking at the other things Netflix did, which was, doesn't it go behind the scenes with the All Blacks? They did it for Manchester City in the football. They've done it Arizona Cardinals for NFL. They've done Formula One. I forget what else they've done. But it's all the same recipe. It's behind the scenes view. And I think it only helps, right?
Yeah.
The more people that watch a sport, the benefits are there. The sport gets the right focus. I mean, to the detriment of other sports. Maybe we need to go behind the scenes in World Tiddlywinks Championships or something. Some obscure sport. It's just helping. It's making interest. It's getting a fan base going, which generates revenue for the club, which then sees benefits for that club and the fans of that club.
Yeah.
The more income that comes in, the more subsidies others get.
Just Lester, need your take on this one key topic. Have you heard what's happening? No. Have you heard what's happening around the Super League?
Yeah, well, yes, because I live in England. Yeah, I'm not sure we should go. Well, it's not happening. It's not happening. So, yeah. Bearded Fen is sitting there going, "What? How are you talking about?"
Yeah, I don't follow football.
So yeah, exactly. It is football. The elite clubs of Europe got together. The management of those clubs got together and said, "We're going to create our own Super League in Europe." And it was, the most successful clubs around England and Spain and France and Germany. But the fans weren't consulted, didn't agree with it. We already have a European league to find out which club is the best. And it's just already a packed agenda. It was just a money-making scam. People weren't happy. And when the fans found out and it all started hitting the press that all these clubs had signed up, that yeah, the fans revolted, and it's still happening. We had a game called off last week between Liverpool and Manchester United, both of which had signed up for the Super League, and they had to cancel the game. There's a lot of
because of the boycott.
unhappy people,
Sure.
and it needs to go. It shouldn't be there. I don't think it's a good idea. There's enough going on, and I'm glad all the clubs came to their senses and backed down.
I think the timing was just wrong to call it. I also
Yeah,
don't
but
think
these,
there was
this is
like
it. The
a lot of-
billionaires go and buy these clubs and make decisions that
yeah.
they think because they're running a business. It's
Yeah.
not a club anymore. You're forgetting about where these clubs came from.
Yeah.
And the last point on it is that there was, Barcelona, big clubs, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and PSG in Paris, and Manchester United, Liverpool, and then
Yep.
and then Tottenham Hotspur, and everyone went, "What?" All these clubs with major victories, local and national and
Yeah,
international,
Tottenham.
and then who? Tottenham Hotspur. Yeah, we know. Yeah, it's a London club, but what have they won exactly?
Shame.
Yeah, there's been a lot of that. Bless them.
Shame. Some people will always jump on the bandwagon regardless which direction that bandwagon is going.
Oh, I'm sure I'm going to get some
Oh,
hate
man,
from
this
my
is just
Spurs
funny.
mates, but yeah,
It's just funny.
yeah. Oh, absolutely. That's going to be a good game. That's going to be a good game. And Tottenham. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Never won the league. Never
Shame.
won in Europe. Yeah.
Shame.
Okay.
Did you see Chelsea beating Real Madrid?
I did see that. Yeah. But look, Real Madrid is, that front row looks like they should have been on pension 10 years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's Chelsea in the final. Oh dear. Chelsea's doing well. Spurs is going down the tubes.
Isn't it
again.
all FA Cup final because it's Man City versus Chelsea?
FA Cup or
No, Champions League.
Champions League? Yeah, it's Champions League. Yeah.
It's all British final. It's
all
Man City
English.
versus Chelsea.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, I fell asleep there for a moment.
Yeah, I heard
No
you not
stress.
off.
Yeah. We heard your head hitting the desk
Yeah.
several times.
Okay, I think I might have got this video thing sorted right. Let me just check something quickly.
Try
On-
number 2.
Yeah, try. No, it's actually not number 2.
Take 27.
Yeah, let's try 27. Let me.
I'm still on the edge
see.
of my seat. It's really uncomfortable. Can we do it?
Just, Andrew, please narrate what you're doing.
Okay, I'm now clicking the USB mix minus thing, so you will hear an echo now, and then I'm going to play the video.
What now?
Hopefully you hear the sound.
No echo.
Oh, I don't hear any sound. Do you?
I hear it.
Did you lose the sound? sound.
Comes and goes.
Coming after us. They're gonna shoot. They're gonna fucking shoot. Found Robbie.
How long does this film go on?
Found Robbie. Found Josh.
It was like
Ask them where they are.
it's another minute left. But anyway, we kill the echo.
Hello.
Yeah. So you didn't hear any other sound.
But we'll
Sure.
post the video in the group, and maybe
check it
Andrew
out.
can post, edit it, and insert the video. But the moral of the story is there's two guys are driving CAT van. It's not like a typical South African CAT van. It's actually just modified Land Cruiser 76. Like almost a bucky, right, Andrew?
The Land Cruiser that Andrew was going to go and buy earlier in the day in
Yeah,
Heidelberg.
it's the same one.
Yes, and it's obviously armored.
One previous owner.
One careful driver.
And that would be epic if you actually got that one. But like anyway, yeah. So obviously the doors and basically the body of the truck is armored, most likely against AK-47 rounds, that type of caliber, maybe even against R1. And these guys come into an ambush on the highway. And if you see the video, is that the driver initially gets shot at, and if he didn't have bulletproof glass and
Yeah.
the body of the truck wasn't bulletproof, he would have been toast.
Mm.
I mean, they literally fired like 40 rounds, both in the door and in the glass.
Yeah. And I mean, you saw at
That's
one
not
stage, he was actually traveling straight at them, and they were shooting directly at him.
Yeah.
But I saw another video which was the camera on top of the vehicle.
Yeah.
And what actually happened was is that this this double cab drove past him in front of him.
Yeah,
like
it was
if
a
you watch the
Hilux, right?
Yeah, it was a Hilux double cab. But they actually stopped on the highway in front of him. And when the whole the shooting started, then what he actually did is he actually pulled to the right-hand side of the highway. And then when he saw them, he actually drove right through them. He actually went back to the left-hand side of the road and drove between the vehicle and the guy that was standing on the side of the road shooting at him. So I don't know if there's more footage going to come out so you can get a better idea of what actually happened. But
I think
mean,
it was actually clever. And the reason being is that like he was still being shot at from the back, right? So because he was in line with the other car, you know, if the other guys basically from the Hilux shot him, they would be shooting their partners in the vehicle behind them as well.
Yeah.
And the same goes for the guys that were chasing him and shooting him. I think the guy's like reaction is spot on. Like he kept his cool, and you know he tried to do his best under like
Extreme
very
situation,
dangerous situation.
Absolutely.
I mean, those guys would have killed both of them. Like if that vehicle came to a stop, right? If that vehicle came, and I think that's why the guy did extremely well. He kept that vehicle going. You know, if that vehicle came to a stop, they would have been toast. I mean, there were at least 10 guys
So they don't shoot
shooting
the
at
tires
them.
out.
They tried.
Yeah. It would be
But
it would
it's
be
not
great
normal
to
tires. It's almost like rubber tires. So if you can't just shoot it out.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, but I saw this video cruising around the internet. A lot of sort of like ex-military guys from Afghanistan, US guys that have been in Afghanistan, giving their breakdown on what actually happened in the video, which was actually quite interesting to watch because I mean they got no context of what happens in South Africa.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was was still worth listening to. Half comedy, half truth.
I mean, the coolest thing was actually I watched that video when it was just dropped by that security group, and I mean, you can see how quickly things happen.
Yeah.
It was literally like a properly organized ambush, because when that Hilux actually overtakes them, right? What they do is they block a section of the highway ahead of them, and they set up another ambush, right? So basically, like, I mean, that guy was being shot at from every single freaking angle.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and kudos to the guys that actually do the bulletproofing on the body of the truck, and obviously the windows. I mean, if any parts of that bulletproofing gave, I mean, those guys would have been toast.
Absolutely.
I saw the footage of a truck. There was like literally hundreds of holes. Like,
is it?
On both sides. It wasn't just like he was hit like 10 times. It's like that door was riddled with bullets. The back door was riddled with bullets. The glass was riddled with bullets. The front was riddled with bullets. The side was riddled with bullets. It was like, it's pretty impressive that those guys actually made it.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh well, that was hairy moments, I must admit. Yeah, but I was amazed at how he didn't just try and get away. He actually tried to so like in the other footage, the one that's from the top of the vehicle, you can see that he actually times it well when there was this another double cab. I don't know if it was the same one that had stopped on the highway, but it comes rushing up next to him, and he actually times it well, and he actually bumps into the car, into that Hilux, to unsettle him. So like he didn't just drive straight. He kept on blocking them. Yeah, defensively. Yeah. Proactively.
Because I mean, he doesn't want to get into the situation where he's basically jammed from the front and the back. It's like, if that car stops, I mean, those guys have explosives on them. They will blow the entire vehicle up.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, they've done that before. They just slap some explosives on the side of the thing and they just blow it up.
Do you guys have ATM machine thefts?
Yeah.
Like
they blow them up. They blow them up.
Well, here they drive up with a forklift. Not a forklift, a front-end loader JCB kind of thing. They just drive in and scoop it out the wall and then drive off with it. I mean, it's not the fastest getaway car.
Yeah.
No, it's slightly more sophisticated here. They just had a lot of plastic explosives. Like, just blow it up, take the money box out, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I see the cash and transits are on the rise again.
Yeah, it's sad, man. It's sad. I mean, I feel sorry for the guys. It's most likely the most dangerous job in the country.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, on that interesting note, bombshell. Yeah, excuse the pun. Lester, you were saying you were telling me that today is, what day is it today?
Oh, today is National Have a Coke Day, as in Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad you clarified that.
And so I was going to ask you guys, I mean, besides we've missed the opportunity to do a Coke test, but anyway, the Pepsi Coke test.
No, I've still got that. I think we're going to try and do it next weekend.
Yeah, for sure.
If Oleg is available.
Yeah, makes sense.
Makes sense.
So how old do you think it is?
What, Coca-Cola?
Yeah, I mean, it's been around your whole life. Fine.
I don't know.
You know, there's lots of slogans. It's one of the world's most recognized brands. It's the real thing. Taste the feeling. I'd like to buy it. The world of Coke. So it goes on.
Yeah.
How old is it?
I don't know.
I think
150?
I would put it. I agree with Andrew. I think he's got a gut instinct about this. I would go with 150 to 160.
Okay. It was invented. I would have done the same, but it's actually 1886. So, well, it's not far off.
Okay.
Far off at all. According to legend, Dr. John Stythe Pemberton, an Atlanta pharmacist, produced the syrup in a brass pot in his backyard. It was first intended as a patent medicine. But yeah, it didn't work out that way. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's how it started. It actually became the rise of the soft drink came very soon after he invented it. It didn't take long at all.
Jeez. And is it true that there was cocaine in it originally?
No.
No. Is that just an urban legend?
Is that an urban
legend? Yeah.
Or
Because it is invented from a cola syrup. Hold on, I've got it here somewhere.
So
Two drink ingredients: cocoa leaves and cola nuts.
Oh, cocoa leaves. Okay. Close.
The cocoa leaves, which are grown in South America.
Yes. And are used to do what?
Mix with coconuts. Cola nuts.
Yeah, so it does.
Coca-Cola nuts.
So it does, like one of the ingredients is cocoa leaves.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is cocoa leaves, yeah.
So Andrew's not too far off.
It depends on what you do with these cocoa leaves then.
So,
But I don't think it is. I think it is an urban legend. I think it's coincidence.
but I mean, its original reason for being produced was as a medicine or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was trying to patent it as a medicine.
As a tonic.
As a tonic.
Energy
tonic. Yeah.
Energy tonic, yeah. It's the first attempt at Red Bull. Yeah. So you guys know the story behind Red Bull, eh?
I do. I think.
I don't.
That it's a Thai recipe, and there was a drink in Thailand that was called. It was actually called something in Thai or whatever. I think it was something bull as well, and the guy, that Austrian guy, he struck a deal with the guy in Thailand, and he licensed the recipe.
It's by accident, right?
What the Red Bull or the original one?
The original. He was in Thailand for something else, and he called it a cab, and he was talking to the taxi driver while they were going across wherever it was in Thailand. It's like, well, how long you been on shift? Where do you live? Is it far from you? That kind of conversation you have with the taxi driver. And the guy's like, yeah, I've been working for 37 straight hours. And he went, what? Like, oh, I shouldn't be in this taxi. And he's like, oh, no, it's fine. Yeah, I've got this drink. It keeps me awake. And that's what got him onto it. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe we'll go into more detail on the Red Bull story next time.
Yeah.
It is quite phenomenal that a single, like Coca-Cola, they've had variations of it. Red Bull made its money. It's a single product. It's not like Kit Kat, where in Japan there's like 3,000 flavors of Kit Kat that have been, Red Bull is Red Bull. Yes, they've done the caffeine free or the sugar free or whatever it is, variations, but they haven't diversified. They haven't needed to.
Well, they've got some other flavors which they don't taste that great. They've got a red and a blue tin. Can't remember which one. I think the one's like cranberry or something. The other one is.
If you think about it, they've created an energy drink market.
Oh, absolutely.
Which they are the leaders.
Yeah. So I mean, you could call it. You could say that the equivalent of Coke in terms of being able to create this marketing machine behind their product. Because I mean, you think it, like, look at all the things that they sponsor. They must probably have like a really, really large marketing bill. Because I mean, that's what they do.
Yeah.
They sponsor all these extreme sports and 2 Formula 1 teams, and they've got a MotoGP team, and
it goes on and on.
Yeah.
I went to in the Salzburg airport. There is the Red Bull hangar on the opposite end of the airport. So while I was waiting for a plane there, you could go around this. It's like a museum.
Yeah.
and it's free. You can walk in and go around, and it's got a whole bunch of Red Bull stuff in there. All the cars, not all of the cars. They got, because they're different formulas and types of racing, whether it's Rally Championship, Formula One. It's got the GP bikes. It's got the various aeroplanes that they have, from a DC-10 all the way down to like yeah, I mean, there's a whole range. I mean, it's just phenomenal. You realize just how much Red Bull is in. But the thing that stuck out for me the most, because I'm a Land Rover Defender kind of guy,
Yeah.
is they had, those on an airfield, you have those cars that says "Follow me," as the
Yeah.
pilot for the planes.
Yeah.
So they had one from their very first acrobatic team, when they were still trying to form the team and figure out what they're going to do and all of that. They've got the original Follow Me Land Rover. It's a little yellow thing,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got a Cape Town number plate.
You serious?
Seriously?
Wow, that's amazing.
Oh man.
It is something like CA09 or so. It's something like
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Wow. Check that
So I
out.
was like, wow, okay. And that's now sitting in Salzburg next to the airport.
Wow.
But it is phenomenal how much stuff they're into.
Mm.
Stuff I didn't know.
Yeah.
I mean, even that guy that went up into the stratosphere, right?
Yeah.
Anything extreme seems to have a Red Bull logo on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah. Crazy. Yeah.
They got enough money. They don't need to. They've made the money. Now it's just sustaining it. And how do you do that? Just keep brand awareness going with all these extreme things.
Absolutely. And don't change the
Yeah.
recipe.
Don't
Don't
mess
change the
with the
recipe.
best.
Well, because I mean, Coca-Cola's tried to do that a couple of times. Like
Well,
brought
they've
out
had
new
to.
Coke.
In the UK, there's been a big drive for some time because child obesity is such a big thing. We need to have less sugar and stuff.
Mm.
And a lot of well-known sugary products have actually adjusted their recipes.
Yeah, sure.
Like to go
Sure.
zero sugar.
Yeah,
Or
but I
less
mean,
sugar, or different
before
types of sugars.
before the sugar issue, because I mean they've also dropped the sugar content here in South Africa because there's a sin tax on that. On
sugar tax.
Yeah. So, but I mean, before that, 10 maybe 15 years ago, they changed the recipe of Coke, and it didn't work, and then they had to bring it back, but they brought it as classic Coke, right?
Yeah, the original, the classic.
Original. Yeah, the classic,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's it. Red Bull, don't change the recipe, dude.
Yeah.
And were there any other interesting days of the year today?
Not really. It's a bit of a low day. Sorry, no excitement.
No excitement?
Yeah. National Student Nurses Day. If you have a favorite student nurse, need to hug them. Brunch for Lunch Day. American Indian Day, which I think we've gone through. Yeah. Mother Ocean Day. National Miniature Golf Day. I think that's more for me this afternoon.
Yeah. Talking
Stay
about
up
golf?
all night day.
No, I'm sorry. I'm going to skip on that one. So, are you playing golf today?
No, it's pissing with rain. No,
Pissing with rain. Okay.
not fun.
Sorry. My apologies.
Today is also Victory in Europe Day for the end of the Second World War.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ah.
Let's not undermine that.
Yeah, well, I mean, do they not do any sort of major celebrations like
parades?
Poppy Day?
Normally, yes. Yeah.
Just
I
not.
think
Just not in the rain.
There will be an acknowledgement today, but it'll be low key, not to encourage things. It's always an awkward conversation to have. I work with many in Germany, and it's always an awkward conversation.
Yeah, I'm sure. Right. Yeah. Let's leave it at that.
And on that
that happy note.
On that bombshell.
So there are lots of bombshells in this episode. Yeah, guys, it was
it's been quite a long episode.
Yeah.
I think
March.
today we got it rolling. We got some steam, and we just carried on rolling with the steam, even despite like all the technical challenges that Andrew was narrating us through.
Yes,
narration
but that's
was
part and parcel. This is a learning
narration.
experience channel.
Yeah, narration was spot on.
If you want to
my
learn
mic-
technology, don't watch
Yeah,
this.
yeah, exactly. Please don't. There's like too much pressure. There you guys. We'll catch you next week
Yeah.
for episode 50.
Woo! Get the cake out. See you later, mate.